What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sales Remastered. This episode, I'm actually going to share with you an experience that I had just this past vacation week. Just came back from a vacation with my family, my wife, my 3 kids. And if you couldn't tell by my darker shade, I spent a lot of time in the sun. Spent a lot of time by the pool, ordering the foo-foo drinks with the umbrellas. And I had a chance to sit amongst, the everyday crowd, and I just happened to be relaxing while my kids were in the pool with my wife. I happened to be relaxing with an entrepreneur, or at least right next to an entrepreneur by the name of Mo, short for Mohammed. And this dude is just a regular dude, he's probably maybe even in his 40s, early 40s, and he was drinking this, I think it was called a mojito or whatever. And I asked him, hey, what are you drinking? It looks like a, it looks like a slushie. But he kept ordering and ordering. I'm like, man, those must be good. I ended up trying it, but it was fucking horrible. It was nasty. Anyway, I stuck with the foo-foo drinks, the pina colada, with the umbrella in the cup. Anyway, I want to share with you some that he actually shared with me, and we just started the general conversation, like, hey, how you doing? Where you from? Where you coming in from? How do you like it so far? What'd you guys do for the 4th of July, which just recently passed right now? And it came across in the conversation of what we're doing, right? Like, hey, so what are you gonna do today? And oddly enough, his answer wasn't really expected, and it actually sparked this train of thought that inspired me to put a post on Sales Remastered at Instagram as well as at Facebook. And it went something like this. He shared with me what he enjoys doing most on his time off, when there's no work, when there's no sound, no distraction. And what you and I would assume, when someone, this guy he was pretty well off. His watch was bling the fuck out. It was, this guy, you just had a sense of financial security. Okay, let me put it that way. And so what I assumed that he liked to do when he was disconnected with the outside world was to relax and be with family, because that's what I was doing, and I love that. I love enjoying the experience of my children. And he said, what I love doing, and you might think, and he just announced everything I said, he's like, you might think I like being with my family, and his kids were in the pool as well with his wife. And he's like, you might think that, I like to just relax and do nothing. He's like, I work 14, 16 hours per day, every day. I'm nonstop. My mind does not stop working. He's like, if I try to relax and I try to enjoy my family, even then I'm still kind of 50-50 there. He's all, the only thing that keeps my mind going, where I feel at most peace, is if I'm knee deep in work, like I'm in the trenches and focus on my business, or I'm paying attention and giving praise to all the doubt, the hate, and the negative influences that I've had in my life. And so I was like, what? Just completely out of left field. I was like, the hell does that mean? And so he went on about, I didn't say that. What the hell does that mean? That'd be rude. I just kind of I did say, wow, and then he kind of elaborated. He's all, well, let me explain. He's all, I can't help but give respect and salute and have some love for those that doubted me along the way, for the negative influences that said I couldn't make it, for the negative influences that said because I'm not an American, I can't do what I plan to do, what I dream to do. He's all, because I'm an immigrant, that I cannot make what I want. And so he kept on going, and he said, I respect them and I think about them often, because they are the reason why I am where I am today. He said, if I don't respect them, how can I be respectful for the things that I have? And fucking mic drop, bro. Like, whoa. You know what I mean? Because it's interesting to get a chance to peek inside the mind of a successful entrepreneur. And again, I have no idea what this guy it does. We're just talking about mojitos, right? We're just talking about, hey man, cool. I'm having a good afternoon. How's your afternoon? It's hot. I'm coming in from Southern California. He said he's coming in from I think Florida, and he said, yeah, it's great out in California. What I do notice though is that a lot of individuals here, they're not as entrepreneur minded. Now this is in San Diego County. So it wasn't LA County, it wasn't New York. He did mention what his perception was, and it was cool. Just kind of get an idea and a glimpse, to see the world through his eyes. I love that shit. I think that's probably why I like books, and I like documentaries. I like to watch videos of influencers of topics that I'm into, such as entrepreneurship and sales and success. And what I enjoyed most from the story that he shared with me was that I can also relate to that same background. I'm not an immigrant by no means. I was born here in the States, but I could relate and share some of the experiences that he mentioned with the negative influences in his life and people that have doubted him and said that he couldn't do it. Now, while his might be a little bit more extreme because he started from, an outside country just to come in and went through that entire process, I also went through a process of identifying who the good influencers are and who the bad influencers are. And to this day, I have some respect for even the bad influencers within my life, because even though they taught me, bad things or to do illegal things, for example, when I was a child, I still respect the hustle-minded aspect of it, the business aspect of it. Now, before you start, throwing down on that, what I'm talking about is behind every negative influence is just a desire to make money. But it's not greed. It's the desire to have options. It's the desire to have nicer things. And I think that anyone and everyone who works has that same goal. Their goal is to have nicer things, have an option to live in the house. Now, although they may not have done it the legal way, they still did it. You know what I mean? They still took action. And I think that's what I respect most from even the negative influences that I had in my life, was just the willingness and the courage to take action. Now, I don't like the lesson that he taught me of how to weigh things out and multiply sales through increments, if that makes sense, and then re-up and then flip 20 to 40, 40 to 80, 80 to 160, and so on and so forth. But I do appreciate the process that they taught me. And I think that's why I flourish in sales, because I understand that it's really the momentum, it's the process, it's the journey of building that creates this rush. And that rush is what I become addicted to. And I think that applies to anyone who is an entrepreneur, let alone who's in sales. But I want to share it with just the general community, because if you apply this to anything within your life, whether it's learning a new language, whether it's losing weight, whether it's a goal to save up to buy a brand new car, a brand new house, I think it all applies, because you have to create the right momentum to start building, and you're always going to build from the ground zero, and I'm very thankful for Mo. So Mo, if you're watching, I didn't catch your last name, but if you're watching, I appreciate you for the lesson that you taught me. And it was not only to absorb the time and really enjoy the company that you hustle for. In this case, it'd be my family, my kids, whatever your inspiration is, that's on you. But besides taking time to unplug, disconnect, and enjoy them, it's also very healthy to actually sit back and give some sort of gratitude towards those that doubted you. I know it sounds a little off the wall, right? Because everyone's all thug life. The Tupac movie came out today. Put your gun away. No need to be thugged out right now. Drop the ego and really pay attention to it. Like think about anyone who told you, whether it was your mom, your dad, your auntie, your uncle, your cousins, your friends, your family. Believe me, I got that. I got the negative influence from friends and family. I got the words of discouragement. I got the you're never gonna end up more than just a drug dealer or gangbanger. You're just gonna be in jail. Oh, stay away from Daniel. He's not a good influence. I got that all going on throughout my life. Now I work in corporate America. Now I'm wearing a suit and tie damn near every day. This is me. And so now I'm the good influence. Now I got, hey, go talk to Daniel, ask him how he did it. These are the same people that doubted me, and it feels good now. But we have to give some sort of acknowledgement, whether they are family or they are friends. And I call them friends. Again, check your ego at the door. These people who I associate with who actually if you peel back the layers, they actually push me in the right direction by doubting me. They pushed me in the right direction by saying I wouldn't amount to nothing. They pushed me in the right direction by saying I wouldn't do anything more than sell drugs, be a gangbanger, or go to jail, or end up dead at a young age. And they subconsciously, they pushed me in the right direction, but they're not family. So who are they? They're my friends. And I believe friends are supposed to push you in the right direction. And I hope I'm your friend. That's my definition. So that's why I refer to friends and family. I've had family who said very cruel things and intentionally tried to hurt me, but I'm still their blood. We're still family. And instead of dwelling on it or using it as an excuse to as to point blame and say, this is why I joined the gang, this is why I'm still in the ghetto, I don't. I use it as influence. I use it as motivation to get myself to the higher level, because I understand that that higher level is far away from them, but nonetheless, I do give them praise. I am very thankful, because if it weren't for them, I'd be just like them. You feel me? All right. Well, thank you very much. I'm happy to be back. I haven't documented anything in a minute, and I hope you like the tan and also the gray hair. I'm only 36, but I got a gang of gray hair, so I think I'm gonna keep it. It gives me that mentor look. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys later.